Testing, testing, testing. All right, audio's not bad. Say a superstar has no fear. Oh, hey. Welcome in. Push this back over so you can do this. I'm going to be on it in 12 minutes. All right. Ooh. Sweet. Pumped that you are here. Rock and roll. Welcome in tonight, everybody. My name's Cullen Bosman. I'll be your host tonight while we watch some boys basketball here between the Pine River-Backus Tigers and the Red Lake Warriors here tonight. The Tigers will be out here orange shorts with the black and white stripe as per usual, and the Red Lake Warriors are going to be out here in white shorts, white tops with a black stripe down the side. It's a good-looking game here tonight. Excited to get into all the activities we have planned, which for the most part is a basketball game. Sorry for the late start, folks. The JV game was actually insane. I believe the Tigers came back from down like 12 or 14 or something in the second half to win the game. So really insane JV game, really. Decided by like, I think 3 points or maybe 2 points. Missed last second buzzer beater. It was a good JV game and set the table well for the varsity squads to compete. Excited for that to get down. Now, talking about both these teams' last few games, the Tigers were on a 5-win streak earlier this season, but now they're off back-to-back losses against Browerville, Eagle Valley, and I believe Cass-Lake Bena, though. I'm not sure on that one. But definitely Browerville, Eagle Valley. They lost 88-58 last time out. The Red Lake Warriors are 5-7 on the season. They're 3-3 in their conference, and they won their last game in a close one, 90-87 over Cass-Lake Bena. They're having a little bit of a down season by their terms, at least based off of their production from last year, in which they were 22-8. They're 5-7 on the season this year. It's the first time I've seen this Red Lake squad play, but I am looking forward to see what they've got for me here tonight. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, they're coming in 11-6, 4-3 in the conference, and like I said, they were on a 5-game win streak earlier, but the last 2 games have been back-to-back losses. We'll see if Jordan Ackerman can lead his squad in tonight and get the Tigers another win at home. Against Red Lake, they might have an advantage in that category, as Red Lake is only 1-5 on the road this season. A team that struggles on the road. I couldn't think of a better way to say that, unfortunately. I really thought I was going to find better words, and they just never came. But that's fine. We got about 9 minutes left to go till tip-off. Going to jump into some extra stuff here. We're going to do the starting lineups for both of these squads. We'll probably run through them again right before the game, but I figure it's nice to really introduce these players and make sure you guys know the names I'm going to be saying here tonight. So for the road team, the Red Lake Warriors, starting tonight, we have number 1, Austin Perkins, number 4, Arius Curry, number 10, Tyrone Bolu Jr., number 33, Ryan Kingbird, and number 24, Andrew Roy. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, your home team here tonight, number 1, Tate Norman, number 2, Talon Villeneuve, number 5, Isaiah Awley, number 14, Grady Mongan, and number 24, Isaiah Downey. Now, we're going to cut to a short break here for a couple minutes, but we'll be back here in just a bit with the tip-off and all that good stuff. Excited to get into this basketball game here tonight, and sorry for that late start. We'll be back after this.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great, Pete.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Colin Bosman. Once again, we got about 5 minutes left to go here till tip-off. We're probably going to have to do one more ad break in between then, just because there's only so many words I can say. But I'm going to try and get into a breakdown of it's a little bit difficult for me to break down the Red Lake Warriors because I've never seen them play, and I don't have a ton of statistical information on the team other than like their scoring per game as a team. So I don't know how they're scoring those points as it is. But from what I saw from the JV game, they seem to be at least in possession of some shooters, which could come in handy tonight against the Tigers, who have a very intense interior defense. To really attack this defense, you're going to want to spread the ball out and really attack from the perimeter just to make sure that defense kind of loosens up inside. That'll open up those lanes for you in the second half, which will make scoring a little bit easier. I hate to suggest iso ball. I don't think iso ball is a good idea, but the Tigers do have a very aggressive defense that is known for intercepting passes and just always being in the way of the ball as a defense. So it could behoove the Warriors to maybe pass the ball a little bit less and attack the basket a little more. Just make sure you've got your bailouts ready at the three-point line so that when that pressure comes underneath the basket, you have got somewhere to go with it and someone can put up a shot. Defensively for the Warriors, the Tigers love their transition points. So really, if you can cut down on turnovers offensively, you're already probably taking 12 to 20 Pine River-Backus Tigers points off the board just by not turning the ball over, because that is so much of how their offensive operates is in transition and in those quick turnaround situations. Got about 3.5 minutes to go now. So, yeah, defensively, guard the interior. They like to attack the inside, but watch Isaiah Awley and Grady Mongan. They both have very gnarly jumpers that can attack from the mid-range to long range. And Tate Norman as well has a pretty nice little jumper. But we will see how Red Lake decides to attack this Tigers squad here tonight. For the Tigers, the last two games have been rough. You need something to get you back on the right track after losing back-to-backs. That mojo that you built up during that 5-game winning streak is pretty much all used up now. And you're going to have to start something new. So for the Tigers, I just keep the ball in the hands of your playmakers, let your scorers score, and get this ship right back on track. We're going to cut to one more ad break, and then when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the official tip-off here. 1 second, actually. I almost forgot a very crucial part of my pregame show. Big shout out to Station 371 for sponsoring this pregame show. Station 371, restock on food, fuel, bait, and supply at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle quality Cenex gasoline and is the only area fuel station with kerosene and off-road diesel. Station 371 in Pine River. Now, after my ad break, here is your ad break. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes. In just a couple minutes.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at hannikininsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community. Making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Let's go bowling. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River welcomes you in for a great time. Ask about leagues, including their new Fun Mixed Couples League. Thursday evening starting January 23rd. Bowl to help local heroes at Community Bowl. Saturday, February 22nd is the annual Fire Department Fundraiser Tournament. A 9-pin no-tap tournament and silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Pine River and Backus Fire Departments. Just $35 entry. Open to the public. Call for details or to donate. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River.
Welcome back, everybody. As we're announcing the starting lineups here in the stadium, I suppose I will re-share that information with all of you as well. We just went through the Red Lake starters for the Red Lake Warriors tonight. We'll have number 1, Austin Perkins. Number 4, Arius Curry. Number 10, Tyrone Bolu Jr. Number 33, Ryan Kingbird. And number 24, Andrew Roy. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, your home team here tonight, starting will be number 1, Tate Norman. Number 2, Talon Villeneuve. Number 5, Isaiah Awley. Number 24, Isaiah Downey. Number 40, Mason Nelson. And number 45, Dalton Minion. There's some starters I missed there. Alrighty. The Tigers coming out with their biggest lineup probably, with 2 true bigs on the court, and Dalton Minion and Mason Nelson. I guess I call them true bigs, but they're probably like 6'4", maybe 6'5" in real life. Would be more of like a small forward or a shooting guard in the NBA. Fortunately, this isn't the NBA. This is Pine River-Backus, Minnesota. Anyways, tip-off will be between Dalton Minion and Arius Curry. Austin Perkins. And Perkins loses the tip-off here. Norman pulls up a jumper from just inside the three-point line. No good. Rebound, Austin Perkins. Perkins and Norman working against each other. Norman gets a steal. And at the other end, Norman puts it down with a statement dunk to start the game for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. 2-0 start for the Tigers after that. Here is Ryan Kingbird with it. Passes over to Andrew Roy. Roy driving up the right side. Puts a shot up. No good. Rebound, Ollie. Ollie bringing it down himself on the other end in transition. No good. And the rebound is pulled in by Norman. Norman puts it up as well. He can't corral it. And at the other end, here's a shooting foul on Tate Norman. Arius Curry was the one taking the shot. Rebound by Tyron Bolu Jr. on the last possession down the court. Here's 2 free throws for Arius Curry. And the first one falls for Curry. Unrelated, but Curry has these really awesome white shoes with like a purple spackle on them. Looks sick. Here's that second free throw coming now from Curry. All right, and the second one falls as well. It's a tie game here early, 2-2. After 3, Norman passes to Minion. They're trying to make it up the court against this aggressive full court. Minion with a weirdly athletic-looking pass. Ollie now surveying from the top of the key. Passes over to Norman to the right side. Back up to Downey at the top. And Ollie has it on the left with an open 3. Nothing but net there for Isaiah Ollie. A 5-2 start now. And that layup falls in for Austin Perkins. He brought it down and did it himself on the offensive end of the ball. 5-4 is your score. Nelson passes that out to Ollie. Passes to Downey. Downey pulls the 3. That one's going to rim out. Rebound by Kingbird. And Roy will bring it up the court here, working against Ollie. Roy calling the play. Passes off here for Bolu. Bolu over to Perkins. And Roy has it now, attacking the left side. Passes out to Curry. Curry pulls the corner 3, and that'll fall for Curry. Which just feels right to say. 7-5 lead now for Red Lake. Downey takes it across midcourt. This one's passed out to the corner for Ollie. Ollie puts it up, no good, off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Curry. Perkins now with a pull-up jumper, blocked by Nelson. Nelson with a huge defensive play there. And down in the corner, Ollie saves it, passes it out to Norman. Norman to Minion. Minion gets an impressive layup over the top of the defense. That assist goes to Norman here. This is Kingbird handing off to Bolu. Kingbird backing down Nelson now. Passes out to Perkins in the corner. Perkins' shot is no good off the inside of the rim. Rebounded by Norman. And this one's stolen by Bolu, but it's going to go out of bounds. Tied game here, 7-7. Downey will inbound for the Tigers. Norman back to Downey. Downey across to Norman now. Norman steps in and fades away. Back to Downey, and Ollie has an open one at the top of the key. That one's going to bounce off the back of the rim. Rebound, Bolu Jr. Down at the other end. And that's the shot taken there by Bolu Jr., but that's going to be off front rim, rebounded by Ollie. Down at the other end, Ollie's going to put it up himself in transition. No good on the shot, and he's going to get a charge as well, so this will be a turnover. And here's a timeout called, so we'll cut to a quick break, and we'll be back here in just a minute, all right?
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified.
Kingbird inbounds the pass to Roy here. Roy working it up the court. Back over to Kingbird. Kingbird working against Nelson. Nelson gets around him, puts it up, and a good shot from Kingbird to go in. That'll give Red Lake the lead here. And the pass is to Nelson. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Minion in the paint. Minion puts it up over the top and gets it in. Another pair of points in the paint for Dalton Minion. It's 9-9, tie game. Arias Curry passes this one off to Roy. Roy drives inside, back out to Curry. Curry working against Minion. Hand off to Beaulieu. He gets it underneath Minion. Inside here to Hansen. Hansen can't get that one to fall, but the rebound by Kingbird and second chance points gives the Warriors the lead here. That one's passed into Nelson. Nelson out to Ollie. Ollie with the mid-range jumper, and that one will fall in for Ollie. 5 points now for number 5. And that assist goes to Minion. And a good defensive play here by the Tigers to get the turnover. And now with a chance to take the lead, Minion takes it himself all the way to the cup. And that'll put the Tigers up to 13-11. Curry driving his way inside, tries to pull up jumper, no good. Minion in defense, but Curry gets the rebound. Pass off to Roy. Roy into Kingbird. Kingbird draws the foul. So Kingbird will shoot 2. Chance to tie the game up here for the Red Lake Warriors. And that first one falls for Kingbird. And that one's going to be off the back of the rim, rebounded by Nelson. And Downey at the other end draws the foul and gets the nasty jelly. So Downey will shoot one more here. And that free throw's no good for Downey. Almost took a good bounce, but Curry will pull in the rebound. Possibly the shortest player on this court, but he's actually tied for the game lead in rebounds at the moment. And that one's blocked by Norman. Justin Hansen. Not Justin Hansen. Demetrius Harris, my bad, guys. Demetrius Harris went up with that one, but was blocked. Here's Roy. Passes over to Curry. Curry double teamed. Over to Beaulieu now. Wide open Roy. Roy puts it up. Off back rim, no good. Rebounded Norman. Norman working against Harris. Over to Ollie. Back to Norman. Now Ollie has it at the right elbow, passes into Nelson. Nelson gets that into Downey. Downey's triple teamed, gets it out to an open Ollie, but Ollie can't really reel it in time to take a shot. Pass over to Nelson. Nelson to Downey in the corner. Into Minion. Minion can't get the layup from under the basket. That's been falling for him. Kingbird gets the rebound and is now the sole leader in rebounds for tonight's game with 4. And Kingbird will shoot the jumper. No good. Rebound Minion. Pass over to Ollie in the corner here for the Tigers. Downey tries to get that into Minion and does a good job collecting that one by Minion, and he saves his own drop, and the pass out to Ollie is good for a 3 from the corner. It's 2 threes for Ollie now, and now a steal by Downey as he tries to go up himself, and Downey nor Norman can put that one in, but a good steal for Downey. And down here at this end, and wide open Curry puts it up off the front rim. And that pass to Minion from Ollie. Minion puts it up, and what a shot from Minion. Seems like he can't miss in the paint right now, other than the last one when he missed in the paint. Score is 20-12 now. Timeout called. We'll be back here in just a minute.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
And we are back here in Pine River as the Red Lake Warriors and the Pine River-Backus Tigers are getting set to finish the battle they started about 8 minutes ago. It's 20-12. The Tigers have been on a little bit of a run recently thanks to Dalton Minion's dominant presence in the paint, but the Warriors are certainly not going to let that just slide. So here they come on offense, trying to bring it back to a little bit of a closer game. This is Curry bringing it across midcourt. Passes over to Harris. Harris goes up with it, can't get it off the backboard. Rebound Norman. Here's Oberfell over to Downey. Downey pulls the 3, no good, off front rim, and that's going to carry out of bounds. They're going to say that is off of a Warrior. Ollie will inbound the ball. Downey puts it in. Up for Norman. Norman goes up with it. Can't get the bucket to fall, though. Rebound, Curry. Here's Roy. Roy puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound, Norman. Norman squeezes it into Downey. Downey gets it to fall. Here's Perkins working against Norman. A literal one-on-one. Both players wear number 1, and that's going to be a push-off. So no points on the play, although the jumper was good for Perkins. They'll say he pushed off of Tate Norman, and he won't get credited those points. Downey will bring it up. Grady Mongan passes into Norman to Oberfell. Out to Ollie. Ollie's going to pull the jumper from the left wing, I should say, and that will fall. Ollie 3 for, I believe, 4 tonight on 3-pointers. Bolu here working against Downey. Over to Curry. Curry over to Roy. Roy takes the screen, pulls the jumper, and Roy gets that one off the dribble. What a great shot from Andrew Roy. I think Brandon Roy used to be a linebacker for the Seahawks. Norman passes over to Ollie here. Ollie over to Downey. Into Oberfell. Now Mongan working against Perkins. Ollie, now Downey. Into the paint for Oberfell. Oberfell gets it off the glass. And that one will fall for Cole Oberfell. Another assist for Tate Norman. Bolu now working off the screen. Passes into Harris, but it's off of a defender's foot. The Tigers get the steal and get it down court here. Ollie's going to pull the jumper from the key. No good. Mongan tries to save the rebound, but can't quite get it. They are going to say that is Tigers ball, though. They're going to say Mongan got it off of a Warriors player. So Ollie will inbound. It's a 27-15 game right now. The Pine River-Backus Tigers lead by 12. Passed out to Norman, out to Downey now. Into Ollie at the corner. Ollie takes it inside. Nice move. Can't get the bucket to fall, though. Rebound, Harris. Roy passes that out to the corner for Curry. Curry puts it up, no good, off the close rim. Rebound Norman. Downey passes into Oberfell. Oberfell out to Minion. Minion takes it inside, is going to try and fade away. Can't get that one to fall. Rebound Roy. Ballou passes over to Curry. Curry guarded by Oberfell. Now into Harris. Harris working the post. Can't get that one to fall off the fade. Another rebound for Norman. He's got 7 in this first half. Norman over to Downey. Downey cross court here to Ollie. Little game of catch here as Norman has it now. Working against Curry. Passes into Oberfell. Oberfell pulls the short jumper. No good. Offensive rebound Minion, though. Tigers keep control. Oberfell looking for somewhere to go with it. Tries to draw the foul. Can't get it. And the rebound, Ballou. Down at the other end. Ballou can't get it off the glass. And a impressive rebound or layup off the glass for Isaiah Ollie as he takes it himself all the way down, and he is dominant tonight. Here's the 3 from Ballou. Too deep, but offensive rebound by Perkins and second chance points mean the Warriors don't leave with nothing there. It's 29-17, still a 12-point game. Here comes Norman in the paint. Can't get that one off the glass, guarded by Harris. Rebound, Ballou. Roy taking it across here. And he's going to stop and pop from deep. No good. Rebound, Oberfell. Passed into Downey, and that's an assist for Oberfell from across the court here. Pass from half court to under the basket, and here comes Curry now driving on Downey. They're going to call a foul on Downey here, so Curry will shoot 2. But no good on the basket. And the first one falls for Curry. And the second one is good as well for Curry. Kind of a well-balanced offensive attack so far from the Warriors, although it hasn't quite led to as many points as they would have liked. The offensive assault from the Tigers has just been aggressive today. Minion has it under the basket. That will be a foul on Austin Perkins. They'll say he did not get a clean block on Dalton Minion, so Minion will shoot 2. And the first one falls for Minion. And the second one's going to be off back rim, but rebounded by Tate Norman. Pass back to Minion. Minion across to Nelson. Nelson gets it to fall. What an offensive play from Dalton Minion after the missed free throw. Here's Perkins on the other end with the fadeaway, and Perkins gets that fadeaway to fall. A great shot, but they will say there's a foul. He does get his 2 points, and he'll get to shoot another as well. A little bit discussion happening at the officials table. We got about 5.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. At halftime, I'm going to discuss the game so far, talk about our best players here, and see what both teams should change going into the second half. 34-21 is your current score. 13-point lead for the Tigers, but this free throw could change things, and that free throw falls for Perkins. So it's now back to a 12-point lead for the Tigers. The Warriors have been maintaining that distance. They haven't gotten any further behind, but they're also struggling to kind of claw their way back into it. And I guess Norman is also going to shoot some free throws. I'm not really sure what just happened. I guess I didn't see a penalty that looked so bad that there needed to be 2 technicals. But Norman missed his first and made his second. So it's back up to a 13-point lead, 35-22. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Norman will inbound the ball now for the Tigers. Downey passes over to Oberfell. Oberfell up to Norman at the key. And now Downey has it at the key. Passes into Minion with a floater. That one goes out to Norman in the corner. He can't get that one to fall. Rebound Oberfell, though, so it stays in play offensively. Norman has it again over on the left side. Up to Downey at the key. Oberfell in the right wing. Oberfell shoots. No good. And rebound. They'll say travel on Mason Nelson. He caught the ball but then went to the ground, and that's traveling. Bolu brings it up the court for the Warriors. Going down the left side, loses it out of bounds. I believe they'll say that's off of the Warriors. No, off of the Tigers, I meant to say. Roy will inbound it for the Warriors. Here's Bolu looking for a shot to take, can't find one. Passes over to Roy. Roy working against Downey here. Passed up to Kingbird. Over to Bolu. Back into Kingbird. Kingbird can't find anywhere to go with it. And the shot's no good, but the offensive rebound and second chance points off of Isaiah Oakgrove are good. 35-24 is your score. Here's a big three from Downey, but it's going to be too long for the Tigers. An 11-point lead currently for Pine River-Backus. Roy shoots the three. That one does not fall. Rebound by Oakgrove. There's a whistle, and the Warriors will inbound the ball here once again. Four minutes on the clock here. Inbounded here to Oakgrove. Oakgrove looking for somewhere to go with it. Passes out to Roy. Roy takes the screen from Kingbird. Passes out to Bolu. Bolu taking it inside. Out to Oakgrove again. Oakgrove can't get the three to fall. Rebound Tate Norman. That's his 9th tonight. Ollie manages to keep the ball in play despite a good defensive play by Bolu. Missed on the mid-range jumper. Rebound, I believe, Kingbird. And a whistle on Mongan. So Kingbird will shoot. And no good on the shot. Rebounded by Ollie. Ollie taking it up the court. Passes back to Norman, who gives it right back. And that pass, nobody was looking for it. Goes out of bounds from Ollie. It was a good pass, but both possible intended targets were not looking for it. And here comes the Warriors offense with 3.5 minutes to go. Roy taking it up the left side. He's going to take a little bit of a shoulder to the chin, it looks like, and a whistle is blown here, so the Warriors will get a couple free throws here. Roy will shoot 2, or possibly just 1, actually. I think just 1. And that one will fall for Roy. 10-point lead now for the Tigers. Roy will shoot another. Because he made the first one, that's why. And the second one's good for Roy. Now the Tigers will bring it up the court. Here's Norman. See what the Tigers have for us now that it's cut down to a single-digit lead. Norman has it at the key, passes into Ollie. Ollie trying to get past the defense, can't get that shot to fall. Rebound by Harris. Harris is bringing it up the court, working against Oberfell. Passes that one out to Bolu. Bolu working against Oberfell still, and Oberfell's going to get that one tipped out of bounds. Good play. Bolu thought he maybe had something cooking there. And the inbound is smacked out immediately by Isaiah Downey. Good play for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. And this inbound for Bolu is caught. Passed off to Roy. Roy taking it over to the right side. Making a move on Minion. Out to Bolu. Bolu keeps a hold of it. Out to Roy. Roy's got an open shot. Pulls. And that one will fall for Andrew Roy. A clean triple with 2.5 minutes to go. And now it's cut down to a 6-point lead for the Tigers. Ollie has it at the key. Over to Oberfell on the left side. Back to Ollie, and now Norman has it on the right wing. Now Ollie in the corner. Back out to Norman in the wing. Minion now at the working his way inside. Tries to pass to Norman, but can't find him. And Minion will lose the ball here, stolen by Kingbird. Bolu working against Minion. And here's a open shot from the top of the key from Oak Grove. No good. Minute and 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Oberfell has it in the corner, passes cross court to Norman. Norman's going to pull that 3, but it's no good off the right side. Minion gets the offensive rebound, but can't get that one to fall. Then it's Bolu getting the rebound on the other end. And Bolu trying to get it up off the glass. He can't get it to fall, but Harris tries to haul in the offensive rebound, but cannot. Norman will inbound the ball now, up 6. 1:10 to go. Can the Tigers extend their lead before the clock strikes 0 here in the first half? Norman has an open Downey in the paint, but it closes up quickly. Oberfell in the corner. Can't get that one to fall. Rebounded by Harris. Here comes Roy. Roy with the pull-up jumper from the top of the arc. No good. Rebounded by Downey. And here's Norman on the other end with another statement dunk. One to start the half and one to finish. And that pass for the Warriors is going to lose control and bounce out of bounds. So the Tigers will get another chance. 37-29. They've got an 8-point lead here now. And a quick timeout will be called, so we'll jump to an ad break.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Teams are still in the timeout, but I'm sure that will end soon here. It is 37-29. It's an 8-point lead here for the Tigers with 33.8 seconds on the clock here in the first half. Andrew Roy has kind of taken over in the last couple minutes to pull the Red Lake Warriors back from what was looking like a pretty bad spot a few moments ago. But after a clutch three and a couple of free throws from Roy as well, the Warriors are right back in this game, down by 8. The Tigers will start with it here with 33.8 seconds on the clock, possibly one possession, but most likely 2 or 3 possessions. Downey has it in the left wing. Up to Minion at the key. Over to Norman. Oberfell now, and it's stolen by Roy. Roy doing it himself, trying to go up on the other end, and Roy will get it and the foul. Andrew Roy doing it all himself right now. 16.9 seconds on the clock, and Roy will shoot another free throw for the chance at a three-point play and to cut this lead down to 5. And that one's no good off the left side of the rim, but it is offensively rebounded by Harris. Roy has it. Beaulieu, 12 seconds on the clock. Harris takes it inside, passes out to Roy. Roy working inside, but he can't find Kingbird, and that one will go out of bounds. 5.9 seconds on the clock. Downey passes into Ollie with 5 seconds. Not much they can do. And it's lost. Beaulieu pulls the jumper. No good for Beaulieu. Would have been an insane buzzer beater at the end of the half. But as it is, 37-31, Pine River-Backus Tigers lead at halftime. We're going to cut to a quick ad break, and then I will run through some stuff at halftime, and we'll be back here in 10 minutes with the second half after this.
At Enbridge.
Hanakin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hanakin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hanakin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hanakin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HanakinInsurance.com. Let Hanakin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River-Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. prbschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Cullen Bosman, and this is the halftime report with Cullen Bosman. I just named it that. I totally stole it from the halftime report from Inside the NBA, and it was a completely unoriginal idea. However, let's get to it. The Pine River-Backus Tigers currently lead 37-31. It's a 6-point game here at halftime. It's been as high as, I believe, a 15-point game in favor of the Pine River-Backus Tigers, but a very dominant end to the first half for Brandon Roy led to a little bit of a comeback here, and now the Warriors are only down by 6 going into the second half, putting themselves in quite a good position to complete this comeback. Your best performers today, Isaiah Ollie leads the game in scoring with 13. Andrew Roy leads scoring for the Warriors with 10. Tate Norman leads the game in rebounds with 9. Ryan Kingbird leads the Warriors with 5. And currently I have Tate Norman and Dalton Minion tied for 3 assists each. Sorry, suddenly I can't talk. Tate Norman has a steal, so does Isaiah Downey, and Tate Norman and Mason Nelson both have clean blocks as well. Ryan Kingbird has a steal for the Warriors. That's your statistical recap here, 37-31. Here's my advice for both teams moving forward into this second half. For the Warriors, I would just keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting the ball into Roy's hands, into Perkins' hands, and into Curry's hands. Those are your scorers. Those are your playmakers. Those guys will get you buckets if you need them. Which, fortunately for the Warriors, seems to be what they were doing, is getting the ball into Roy's hands, into Perkins' hands, into Curry's hands. Defensively, you need turnovers. You haven't been able to slow down this Tigers offense really all that much at all. And you need turnovers. You need Roy does have a steal, actually. I forgot he got one at the end of the first half. Missed the transition points, but he did get the steal. But yeah, you need more turnovers. You've only got 2 at least that I've recorded so far. You need to force a couple more. You need to have some, take some points from their side, put it on your side. For the Tigers, my advice, again, keep going through your playmakers. Isaiah Ollie is putting buckets in. Dalton Minion is dominating the paint right now. He's got 9 points, pretty much all of them from free throws or from shots right under the basket. Keep utilizing that pick and roll movement with Ollie and Minion. And Norman, of course, will always spice the game up from his position as well. So looking forward to this second half. Curious to see if the Warriors can complete this comeback. But we will be back here in about 4 minutes for the second half tip-off after this.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River-Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Let's go bowling. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River welcomes you in for a great time. Ask about leagues, including their new Fun Mixed Couples League. Thursday evening starting January 23rd. Bowl to help local heroes at Community Bowl. Saturday, February 22nd is the annual Fire Department Fundraiser Tournament. A 9-pin no-tap tournament and silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Pine River and Backus Fire Departments. Just $35 entry. Open to the public. Call for details or to donate. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
And welcome back, everybody, here to Pine River as the Pine River-Backus High School Tigers take on the Red Lake High School Warriors here in a little bit of boys basketball. The Warriors will start out with the ball here after the Tigers won the initial tip-off. Perkins inbounds this here to Roy. It's a 6-point game, 37-31. And Roy passes across to Perkins, who puts up the three. And Perkins starts this second half off right for the Warriors. Ollie passes it out to the left wing to Downey. Downey sinks the big three and answers back. Still a 6-point game here, 40-34. Roy surveying the defense here, finds Curry open on the right side. Curry guarded by Minion, passed into Kingbird. Kingbird working against Nelson, trying to use the post. That one's going to be blocked by Nelson. Norman bringing it up the court here now for the Tigers. Passed over to Ollie. Ollie up to Minion at the key. Over to Norman. Norman in the right wing here. Passed up to Downey. Downey passes inside to the baseline for Ollie. Shot is no good. Rebound by Roy. Down at the other end, Bolu puts it up off the glass, and that will fall for his first points of the evening. I didn't see who that pass was from. I think it was from Roy, but I'm not sure. Minion heading up into the paint like a semi-truck, but hits the brakes all of a sudden, and that offensive series will go nowhere for the Tigers. Rebound for Kingbird. Bolu now working against Nelson, taking it down the baseline, passed into Kingbird. Kingbird kind of loses it. Kingbird gives it out to Bolu. Bolu's going to pull the long three, and that one will fall for Bolu Jr. Hitting a little bit of a stride here, 40-39. It's a 1-point game. Norman drives past, gives in to Nelson. Nelson can't find a spot for it, but Minion goes up to get that rebound and will get fouled as he goes up for those second chance points. So Minion will shoot 2. And the first one falls for Minion. And that one will fall as well. Minion has crossed the double-digit points threshold. He now has 11. Kingbird driving inside the paint. Passes out to Perkins, out to Curry. Curry makes a move past Minion, out to Kingbird now. And Perkins trying to get past Ollie. He does. Puts that up off the glass. No good. Rebound Kingbird, but that one's going to smack off the bottom of the rim and be rebounded by Nelson, who flies that one down the court for Ollie. What a highlight reel play for Mason Nelson and Isaiah Ollie, who combine on the full court lob. Kingbird trying to go up and get this one in. Cannot get it off the glass. And that cross-court pass to Perkins, no good in the corner three. Downey gets the rebound. And that one will carry out of bounds here on the Warrior side of the court. 44-39, 5-point lead here for the Tigers. Roy will bring it up for the Warriors. And here's a three from Roy, no good. Rebound Nelson. Norman makes a move and pull-up jumper for Tate Norman. That one falls. He's got 7. Curry working against Minion, looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it out to Roy. Roy calls the play. Soft screen. Handoff to Perkins here. Perkins working on Norman. And that one's going to fall for Perkins. A beautiful play there offensively. Ollie taking it down the middle. He's going to put the floater up. No good. Rebound Minion, though. Goes up in the middle of 3 bodies. And that one's going to be ripped away. And Downey will inbound the ball here now. Passed out to Norman. Norman over to Nelson. Nelson's going to pull the 3 from the wing. No good. Flipped away from Perkins, but Roy hauls in the rebound. Bolu takes it inside and gets that one to go over the rim. All of Bolu's points in the second half. He has 7. 46-43 is your score. It is a 3-point game here. The Tigers holding on to a slim lead that's been dwindling since about 8 minutes left in the first half. Tigers holding on, though. Here comes the inbound from Ollie. And Downey has it blocked by Kingbird. But the Tigers will hold on to the ball still. 28 seconds on their shot clock. Oberfeld takes the inbound. Passed up to Downey at the key. And Minion now trying to make the post work. No good. Rebound Ballou. Roy. Working against Norman. Passed over to Ballou. Ballou gets Roy in the alone by the three-point line. Shot is no good from behind the arc. Rebound Oberfell. Ollie surveying the defense. Norman out to Minion. Minion to Ollie. Ollie pulls the three, and that one's no good off the front rim. Another rebound for Ballou. Here's the three-point shot from Ballou. No good. Rebound Norman. Norman has 10 rebounds tonight. Minion working against Ballou. He kind of loses the ball, but is able to keep it alive for his team, passing to Norman. They're going to call a travel here on Norman. Already a third of the way through the second half, 12 minutes to go. Roy looking for anywhere to go with it. Gets it over to, and that one is going to be a backcourt violation. Harris could not keep it on the right side of that mid-court line. Actually, a timeout is called here. That's what happened. So we will be right back after this quick break.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PR.
And welcome back, folks. We're back here in Pine River as the Pine River-Backus Tigers take on the Red Lake Warriors. Tigers out here in their typical orange jerseys with the black and white stripes going down the side. Red Lake, white jerseys, red numbers with a black stripe going down the side. 12 minutes on the clock here. It is a 3-point lead for the Tigers, 46-43. Here's Roy for the Warriors. Hands off to Ballou. Ballou looking for a lane. Passes back to Roy. Roy making a move on Ollie. Gets that out to Harris. Harris trying to take it inside. Hands off to Ballou. Ballou cutting through the left side. He's going to get that one off the glass. Ballou has been unstoppable in this second half. 46-45. Oberfell into Minion. Minion tries to get that in. And they're going to call a travel on Minion. So the points will not count. And Kingbird will inbound this to Roy here. 46-45, it's a one-point game. The Tigers breaking out the full court press. Kingbird and Roy just working it across mid-court here. Get it to Curry. Curry's going to take it inside, and Curry with the easy bucket against the soft defense. His first of the second half here, 46-47. The Warriors lead this game for the first time since the first 5 minutes. And that one's going to go out of bounds off of Norman. So the Red Lake Warriors will hold on to possession here. No, I'm tripping. That is going to go off of the Warriors, and the Tigers will keep possession. Ollie will inbound the ball. Floated out to Norman. Norman fakes the handoff to Mongan, cuts back inside and takes it to the cup himself. Gets two more. He's 1 point shy of a double-double. Kingbird passes over to Roy. Roy double-teamed. Double team backs off. Roy working against Ollie. Passes out to Ballou. Ballou trying to get it off the glass, and he does. Has not missed that shot here in the second half. He's got up to 11 points now. Norman hands off to Downey. Downey loses it. Curry with the steal. And Curry in transition gets it off the glass and draws the foul. Curry already set to match his total from the first half. And looking to give the Warriors a possible 2-score lead. And that one's no good off back rim. Oberfell rebounds. Norman has it, hands off to Downey. Downey goes up inside, can't get it to fall. We'll see if he got fouled. And it does appear that he did, so Downey will shoot 2. And that one will fall for Downey. He's got 10 points now. I lied. No, I didn't. And that one is no good. 49-51 is your score. Here comes Harris cutting his way inside. Can't get that one over the hoop, but they're going to call the foul on Norman here. So Harris will shoot 2. 10 minutes exactly on the clock. 2-point lead for the Red Lake Warriors. And that first one falls for Harris. His first point of the game. And the second one falls as well. Back up to a 4-point lead now for the Warriors. Oberfell cutting it inside. Ollie with the open corner 3, and Ollie is money from that corner. Bolu looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Kingbird. Kingbird guarded by Ollie. Gets out to Bolu. Bolu guarded by Downey, but Bolu with another huge 3. Oberfell. That's going to be a travel. I think Oberfell double dribbled, and the ref didn't see it initially, but a penalty or a foul or whistle was called on something afterwards, which had the same effect. 4-point lead still for the Warriors. Here comes Roy looking for a shot in the paint. Can't get that one to fall. That wasn't really in the paint. That was more so around the free throw line. Mongan fighting through physical contact. They're going to call a reach in on Harris. So the Tigers will retain possession. Ollie will inbound it from the midcourt line. Downey bringing it up the court. Hands off to Norman. Norman. Hand off to Ollie. Ollie's going to pull from the top of the key. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Kingbird. Kingbird has nine rebounds on the night. Oh, thank you. And here's Curry taking it inside and off the floater. Curry gets that one to fall. 52-58, it's a 6-point lead for the Warriors here tonight. Ollie taking it inside, trying to put it up off the glass. Offensive rebound by Downey. He can't get it to fall off the glass. This one's tossed back in. Norman's going to get it back. And he looks like he took kind of a big hit taking that, or tapping that one back in. And Norman's going to come off the floor here. It's a man-down situation for the Tigers, and here's a timeout called after no points were scored on that possession. Norman took quite a hit going after that loose ball. We're going to cut to an ad break, and we'll be back here in just a second once we know the status of what's going on after this.
At Enbridge,
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community. Making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. prbschools.org.
And welcome back, everybody. About done with this timeout. Tate Norman looks to have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. He's up and in the huddle right now. Looks like he's going through a little bit of hurt down there, but he is thugging it out, taking deep breaths. Very tough kid. 6-point lead here for the Red Lake Warriors. They're up 58-52 on the road. The Warriors are 1-5 this season on the road, looking to improve on that here. The Tigers are 5-2 in their last 7, but they've lost both of the last 2, looking to right the ship and get back in the win category. But first, they're going to need to come back from down 6 here. Oberfell taking it inside. That one's no good, but a foul called, and Oberfell will shoot 2. Just under 8 minutes to go. And the first one's off front rim for Oberfell. And the second one's going to go in and out for Oberfell. Nelson gets the offensive board and tries to put it back up, but does not get the second chance points. Down at the other end, here's Ballou. Passed into Harris. Harris tries to go up for the points and gets them. Harris wow. I'm not even going to try and say that again. Downey passed out to Oberfell at the top of the key. Over to Ollie in the right wing. Ollie puts that one up from deep and gets another big 3 for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. They're now down 5. Here comes Curry on the left side for the Warriors. Pass over to Ballou. Ballou puts up the 3, no good. Rebound Kingbird. Kingbird can't get the second chance points to fall. Rebound Downey. Kingbird has 10 rebounds now. And Downey gets the rebound and then goes up on the other side and gets the points. 12 for Downey tonight. 57-60. It's a 3-point game. Tigers are right there on the doorstep. Curry passes out to Roy. Roy with the mid-range floater, and that one's going to fall. His first points of the second half. He had a huge piece in that comeback at the end of the first half. Oberfell going to try and spin and get this one off the glass. No good, but a foul drawn. So Oberfell will shoot 2. 57-62 is your score. 6.5 minutes to go. Here comes that first free throw from Oberfell. And that one goes around and in. And the second one falls for Oberfell as well. Here comes Perkins, bringing it up the left side of the court. Working against the double team. Pass out to Harris. Harris is going to lose that one, and they're going to call a travel here. So the Tigers will get it back, down 1 score. Oh, I guess that'll just be a violation, and the Warriors can keep the ball. Roy trying to communicate the play to his teammates. And this one goes out to Bolu, covered by Downey. Downey over to, Bolu to Roy. Roy sinks the corner triple. And that assist goes to Bolu. Oberfell hands off to Ollie. Ollie fighting with Roy for it. Roy seems to have won. We'll see if it's a jump ball or no. They will say it's Tigers' ball. All right, here comes the inbound for the Tigers. They're down 6, 65-59. Oberfell, pass over to Ollie. He's got a wide open 3 from the top of the key, but that's going to be off the right side. They're going to say that's off of the Warriors, so the Tigers will keep it once again. Under 6 minutes to go now. 6-point game. Passed into Norman. Norman tries to get the oop in, but cannot sink the 1-foot layup right there. Just a little bit of a bad angle taken on the shot. Here's Perkins. Perkins with an impressive layup on the other end. Now up to a 8-point game. Except for the Downey layup that just went down, down, down on the Tigers' end of the court. So it's now back up to a 6-point game. 67-61. Here's the handoff to Bolu. Bolu trying to get it up off the glass and does. He is insane in this second half. Cannot seem to miss. Did not make a single shot in the first half. Downey pass back to Oberfell. Over to Minion. Minion trying to work on Perkins. Gets it taken away. Perkins now going up the middle. Makes a move on Norman. They're going to call a foul. But it seems to have been a made-up whistle. So back up to a 8-point game here, and the inbound goes over to Oberfell. Oberfell trying to keep it as he goes into the hoop, loses it, but Nelson gets the rebound, and here is a foul called. I believe Nelson will shoot 2. And the first one falls for Nelson. And the second one as well. Nelson has 4 points on the night. Here comes Bolu bringing it up the court. That pass is tipped. Bolu recovers it himself. And solid defense from Oberfell, but the shot from Harris on the fadeaway just too good. That one will fall. Oberfell pass across to Downey. They're down 8 now. Norman loses it on his way up. That's going to roll out of bounds, but the Tigers will retain possession. 4.5 minutes on the clock. It is a 8-point game. The Red Lake Warriors are leading 71-63. Inbound to Norman is a little bit interrupted. Oberfell trying to find somewhere to go with it. He's got Nelson behind him, but he doesn't know it. Loses it to Perkins. Another steal, and Perkins can't get that one to fall. Oberfell gets the rebound. And Oberfell is going to fall out of bounds here. We'll see what the call is. They're going to say that's Warriors ball. They're saying there's no foul. Bolu and Oberfell had some contact, but offsetting or something. Here's Perkins, panned that out to Roy. Roy is fouled on the three, and that's going to be a possible 4-point play for Roy as Ollie just brought too much contact into the corner there. Hit Ollie after he made the three-pointer, and now Roy after he made the three-pointer. And when we come back from this timeout, he'll have a chance to extend the lead to 12 for the Red Lake Warriors after this.
At
The PR great people. Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Let's go bowling. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River welcomes you in for a great time. Ask about leagues, including their new Fun Mixed Couples League. Thursday evening starting January 23rd. Bowl to help local heroes at Community Bowl. Saturday, February 22nd is the annual Fire Department Fundraiser Tournament. A 9-pin no-tap tournament and silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Pine River and Backus Fire Departments. Just $35 entry. Open to the public. Call for details or to donate. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River.
And welcome back, folks, after that timeout. And Roy will now get to shoot his free throw for the extra point play he made on the three-pointer. Could make this a 75-63 game, a 12-point lead for the Red Lake Warriors. And that one does fall for Roy. And he gives the hush signal to the Tigers fan section. And Norman passes over to Ollie. Ollie sinks the deep three. What a shot from Isaiah Ollie off the assist from Norman. Bolu taking it around the left side. He's going to get past Nelson, but lose that one. Stolen by Downey. Down at the other end, here's Norman going up with it, but he can't get that one to fall. Bad bounce off the back rim. That's going out of bounds off of the Warriors. Kingbird touched it last. 3 minutes, 38 seconds. It is a 9-point game now after that big three from Ollie. This one's floated up into nobody. Bolu going to get the steal here. And at the other end, pass to Perkins here. Wanted to pull it from deep. They're going to call an illegal screen, maybe? Well, Warriors keep the ball. Inbound here to Bolu. Bolu trying to tell Kingbird to go up for it. No communication there. Perkins pulls the deep three. That one's no good. Kingbird got the rebound, though. That one's going to come off the bottom of the backboard, rebounded by Nelson. Kingbird has 11 boards now. The deep three from Ollie, and he is putting the team on his back tonight. And it is a 6-point game here, 75-69. Warriors lead by 6. Curry bringing it up the court now, working against Oberfell. He's got a lane, and Curry is going to get that one to fall. Back up to an 8-point game. Downey shoots the three from the corner. That one's no good. Rebounded by Bolu Jr. And the pass inside to Curry, and that one is good. Off of the heavy contact from Nelson. Roy gets the assist, and Curry gets 2, and a chance for one more. And Curry's extra free throw here is good. 80-69, 11-point game, 2.5 minutes to go. The Tigers need to score and score fast. Downey's got a lane up the left side, tries to get it off the glass, can't get it to fall. Minion gets it up, gets the rebound, and puts in those second chance points. 9-point game, 71-80, timeout called. We'll cut to a break, and we'll be back with the final 2 minutes of action here in just a second.
At Enbridge, we believe
Let's go bowling.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River-Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Forgot my mic was a little farther away from my mouth than it usually is. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. It is a 9-point lead for the Red Lake Warriors. At least 3 possessions for the Tigers to tie it up. Possibly could squeeze in 4 or 5. It's going to be hard to do with the clock this tight, though. And here's a rebound for Downey. A good defensive possession on the first go. Here's Ollie. He's going to pull a huge 3. That is an air ball, goes out of bounds. Ollie maybe a little too confident with that one after making a couple big 3s a moment ago. Full court press here for the Tigers. Inbound goes to Roy, who now has to deal with Norman for about 80 feet. And Perkins now driving to the rim. That one's going to be tipped away by Downey, rebounded by Oberfell. And another turnover here, and this one's lost by Perkins. Perkins does eventually get it in off the glass. Oberfell trying to stop and pop, can't get that one to fall. Rebound Curry. Perkins taking his time bringing it up the court as we dip under 1.5 minutes to go. Here's Roy. Roy taking it inside. Pass out to Curry. Curry pulls the corner 3. Can't get that one to fall. Rebound Ollie. Bringing it up the court. Here's a wide open 3 for Downey. He pulls. No good. Minion goes up for the rebound but swats it out of bounds on accident. And that will be Warriors ball. Perkins has it for the Warriors. And Norman almost gets the steal, but loses it out of bounds. That's going to be off of the Tigers. Almost a very clutch defensive play for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, but Norman just couldn't quite get a hold of the ball there. Ollie's going to stop and pop in the corner, and Ollie gets that one to fall. I'm running out of room on my paper for how many points he has here tonight. Up to 30 now for Isaiah Ollie. I think that might be the most points I've seen somebody score yet. 1 minute to go, 74-82, 8-point game. The Red Lake Warriors lead as it is. This is a game that has gone both ways. The Tigers at one point led by 13. The Warriors at one point in the second half led by 12. Currently it sits at 82-74, an 8-point lead for the Red Lake Warriors here on the road, who are really looking to improve on their road record that is only 1-5 this season. Winning this game would put it up to 2-5. And the Tigers, on the other hand, are coming off back-to-back losses and trying to right the ship after they were on a 5-game win streak. But a loss here would drop them to 3 straight losses, and they will have to look forward to Thursday for their next opportunity, unless they're able to make some magic happen here with 59.8 seconds on the clock. Kingbird to inbound for the Warriors, a wide open Roy. Roy passes up to Curry. Curry guarded by Minion. And a foul here on Curry, so he will shoot at least one, probably two. No good on the first one. Rebound Norman. Downey back to Norman. Norman pulls the three. That one falls for Tate Norman. He's got a double-double now. 12 points, 10 rebounds, and here's the foul on Curry. 5-point game now. 40 seconds to go. Just 2 big plays from the Tigers could put them back over here. Aided by some inaccuracies from Mr. Curry. And his free throw. No good, off back rim. Rebounded by Kingbird, though, and Kingbird gets fouled. A big offensive rebound from Kingbird to keep the ball in the Warriors' possession here. He's got 12 boards on the night and leads the game in rebounds. See if Kingbird can have better luck on these free throws than Curry has. No good on the first one. Kingbird will shoot again. And the second one will fall for Kingbird. Still a 2-score game. Minion trying to take it inside, but they're going to call him for a travel, and that's going to go back the other way. The Warriors can, if they can just keep the ball in their possession, can run out the clock here. The Tigers will likely not let them do that. They are still only up 6. And the Tigers are really trying to steal the ball. Here's a foul on Roy once he crosses midcourt. See if Roy can get these free throws to fall for the Warriors. 83-77, 27.9 seconds on the clock. And the first one falls for Roy. And the second one goes down as well, back up to an 8-point lead with 30 seconds to go. Norman shoots the three in triple coverage. That'll be an air ball out of bounds with 17 seconds to go. And it's looking like this one's going to go to the Red Lake Warriors, finally righting their issues with games on the road. Well, maybe not righting them, but at least assuading their fans' fears about their inability to win on the road by a little bit. A couple free throws now coming here for Roy once again. And the first one's no good for Roy. And the second one goes through. Oberfell shoots the three. Off front rim. No one's there for the board. So with 9.3 seconds to go, the Warriors will inbound this. And we will likely get out of here. Here comes the foul. Couple more free throws coming for Roy. There is Red Lake Warriors chants going in the stadium now. I do believe that's probably the Red Lake bench, though. I don't actually see anybody singing that. So that means they've got to be right below me. First free throw for Roy, no good. And down goes the second free throw. And here comes Ollie going up the other side of the court. He's going to put that one up off the glass. Add a couple more to his total. And that will be it here tonight. A 10-point win for the Red Lake Warriors on the road over the Pine River-Backus Tigers, 87-77. Now, we're going to cut to a quick ad break, and then when we come back, I'll have the post-game show break down what happened here tonight and how it went down. We'll be back after this.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River-Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Let's go bowling. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River welcomes you in for a great time. Ask about leagues, including their new Fun Mixed Couples League. Thursday evening starting January 23rd. Bowl to help local heroes at Community Bowl. Saturday, February 22nd is the annual Fire Department Fundraiser Tournament. A 9-pin no-tap tournament and silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Pine River and Backus Fire Departments. Just $35 entry. Open to the public. Call for details or to donate. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at hannikininsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school.
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. My name's Cullen. We just finished up our boys basketball game here tonight in Pine River as the Red Lake Warriors came into town to face the Pine River-Backus Tigers. The Red Lake Warriors came in 1-5 on the road, but changed that storyline here tonight with a big 87-77 comeback win in the second half. The Tigers had a 12-point lead in the first half, and then in the second half, the Warriors were able to put up their own 12-point lead. It ended up at 10, but it got as small as 3, and in the second half, as the Tigers were trying to pull back once they went down. But it was a very close, well-fought game between both teams. Both teams played really hard, and certain players had really good games for both. Oh, sorry. I had some weird gas going on there, but we're going to move on from that. For your sorry about that again. Wow, I'm dehydrated. For the road team, the Red Lake Warriors, they improved to 6-7. And they've now strung together back-to-back wins. Austin Perkins had 16 points tonight, 2 rebounds and 2 steals. Arias Curry had 20 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Tyrone Beaulieu had 14 points, all in the second half, 1 assist, 7 rebounds, and a steal. Ryan Kingbird had 6 total points, 12 rebounds, 1 steal, and a block. Andrew Roy had 23 total points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Demetrius Harris had 5 points and 3 rebounds. For the winning team, the Red Lake Warriors, Andrew Roy with his 23 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal is going to be your big deal player of the game. Now, for the Pine River-Backus Tigers here on the losing end, they fall to 11-7 on the season. And those stats are Tate Norman had 12 points, 4 assists, and 12 rebounds, along with a steal and a block. That is good for a double-double with 12 points and 12 rebounds. Isaiah Awley had 32 points, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. Isaiah Downey had 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. Cole Oberfell had 4 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. Mason Nelson had 4 points, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. And Dalton Minion had 22 points. Nope. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. Mason Nelson also had 2 blocks. Our star of the game is going to be Isaiah Awley with his game-leading 32 points, although it is a tough call for me between that and Tate Norman's double-double with 12 points, 12 boards. But 32 points is tough to beat, so your big deal is Anthony Roy of the Red Lake Warriors, or not Anthony, sorry, Andrew Roy of the Red Lake Warriors, and your star player of the game for Pine River is Isaiah Awley. That's all I got for the post-game recap here. It was a really, really wonderful game here tonight. Excited that I get the opportunity to be out here with you all and watching some basketball. But it's been fun. It's been real. My name's Colin Bosman. I've been your host tonight, and I will see you next time on yourliveevent.com.